this video, we are unboxing and setting up the Logitech G29. So this is a racing wheel that will connect to your racing games, such as Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and other games. So this is made by Logitech. It's super popular. It's probably one of the most popular wheels that they have in their collection. There is other ones, and there's also Thrustmaster that make amazing wheels too. This is my first ever wheel that I'm unboxing, so I'm excited. Let's look at the box. So it says that it can be used for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, even PlayStation 3. So it is backwards compatible, and also PC. So you can connect it to all sorts of gaming consoles. There's Xbox different versions, and this is the PlayStation version. But it's good to know that it connects to a PC as well. On the back here, we can have a look at some of these things. Indicator LEDs, so it showed us like if we're turning left or right, which is kind of cool. On-wheel game controls, so basically you have like the normal controls of the controller plus the wheels, so it's very helpful for when you're like driving. And we also have the brake pedals as well and the driving pedals, and it's compatible with a shifter as well. So Logitech also has this extra thing where it's like manual and you can manually shift into different gears and stuff like that. I drive auto, so I'm not gonna worry about manual. I don't know, maybe it will be helpful for my driving, who knows. It's got secure mounting, so it has these clamps, so I'm gonna fit it onto this desk, so when I play the game, it'll actually clamp on, which is really good. And it also has dual motor force feedback. I don't know what that is, so let's find out. So realistically simulates the racing experience. Okay, so it's a realistic simulator for driving, which is really good. I'm gonna guess that's for like vibrations. I don't know if it has vibrations. So this is also made out of real leather and metal components, which is really cool as well. And it also comes with these like foot pedals. You're getting in the box, the steering wheel, pedals, power supply, and documents. And we just need PlayStation 5 to connect it to, which we have in the back here. And yeah, let's actually unbox this and delve right in. Apparently, this was really popular over Christmas this year because I couldn't actually get this in store. I had to order it through Amazon. So it just shows that it's still a very popular product. So first thing it comes with is power cables and stuff like that. It comes with this cable that we actually use for the PlayStation 5 in there. It comes with this other cable and F1 racing play set. So that's the actual racing wheel. And then we've also got this, which is the bottom component, which are the actual pedals. And then we've got this instructional manual. Hopefully it's pretty easy to understand and utilize. Like, all right, I'm excited. Okay, so this is what an actual steering wheel looks like. It's pretty sick, pretty decent build. It's a bit like, yeah, it's about the right size. It is maybe a little bit smaller than what I originally expected. So the actual component of it feels pretty nice. Feels pretty nice. So we got this metal plating at the back here as well under the wheel. That's not the first thing I noticed. And then we got these, which are, we have the grips there at the bottom, which would just sort of come out. We have this USB cable over here, which would connect to the PlayStation 5. We have the X, square, triangle, and circle. And we've got the home button here, options. Also, we have L3, L2. And the back button here with this dial. So, and we have the PlayStation logo here. Nice, it looks actually really good. We've also got that. But yeah, the actual component of the wheel, it feels quite nice and soft. It feels like a proper wheel. So once you have it properly mounted, which we're gonna figure out how to do, it should be pretty good. Just gotta figure out actually how to mount it. I'm wondering if you need to press these down. The connection, so we've got the USB cable which will connect to the PlayStation 5, and then we've got a HDMI out sort of connection and then a HDMI sort of in connection. Now let's have a look at the bottom. So these are the pedals. So these will go on the floor, which is actually quite a good size. So these are actually made out of metal, and they have pretty great resistance. So this one has the least resistance. This one has a lot of resistance, and this one has like a medium sort of resistance. So this would input into here. That connects to there. Oh yeah, and then the other one, we have the logos here. So this other connection here would go to the shifter. So we got the 3 different connections there. So that's how that would be. Right, so there's a power input that we need to actually connect this to, and that's right next to the input of the foot pedals. So that's this power input. And then on the power input, there is another input, and then that's where we connect this cable to, and then we connect that to the Logitech wheel, and then that's how we get power to the wheel to be able to use it. So that would connect there like that, and then we'll connect this other side to a power supply. Oh, we now have this connected to power. We put the pedals down below, and then we have the USB cable as well, and that will connect to the PlayStation 5. Is there an on button? I'm interested because at the top there is a PS3 button and then a PS4 button, but I'm connecting this to a PlayStation 5, so I don't know. I'm not gonna select anything for the moment. Get the grips on the table. Basically, you need to turn these parts. You basically turn it left, and then to push them back in, you do that, and that's when the grips are locked in. So you need to spin that, spin these up. These top bits will spin out more, and then that means that these mountings will come out a bit more, if that makes sense, and then you can actually mount it to a table. I was so confused for a little bit, because I was like, hang on, this isn't working. Also, another feature that I've just realized is there's cable management going on here, so through these lines, you can actually put these cables so it stops from any problems with cables and stuff, and then you can actually run these cables up here, and then that will keep your cable management a bit cleaner, if that makes sense. So that's actually a really good feature. So that's how the bottom should look when all the cable management is all done. It's a good thing that they have these. It's really, really good. So then you can now pop that on a table like so. And now we can actually remount these. So you want to go this way to mount it on the table. There we go, boom. And then you can lock them in by pressing them in. Here we go. And now the Logitech steering wheel is mounted to this table. So now we can connect it to the PlayStation 5 now and play some Gran Turismo. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna connect the Logitech G29 to the PS5 now. So what you need to do, you get your USB cable and literally just pop it in the back to one of the USB connections, and that will connect it to the PlayStation 5. As you can see, straight away, we have the wheel just like spinning, and now it's connected to the PlayStation 5. Now it's stopped, it's locked. The PS4 logo will light up at the top. That's how you know that it's connected. It's interesting, just like filming this for the first time, like the indicators are at the back, they click, which is interesting. Getting my first sort of experience with this, it's pretty cool. And the driving wheel feels more locked now. So I'm excited to connect it to Gran Turismo and just play it. So let's do some gameplay and have some fun. All right, so we're connected to the PlayStation 5, we're all set up. So now let's turn on some Gran Turismo for the very first time. I haven't played Gran Turismo 7 before, so I'm excited to see what it's actually like. So with this, I can't actually control the game with the wheel yet. So probably there will be some settings that you need to go to connect to the PlayStation 5, because right now you're connected to the back of the PlayStation 5 because it's an accessory via USB. And yeah, we'll get it working in a minute. We do know it's connected because there is a light showing. Ah, okay, so we gotta press the PlayStation button, right? And now it's working. So that's all it took. So basically, to get it to work, you just need to press the PlayStation button on the bottom, and now it will connect as a controller, and now you can start using it as a controller. So that's all I had to do. I was very confused before, so now we can actually start playing with the Gran Turismo. So yeah, let's have some fun and just like let's get started with this. All right, we're doing it. So what does this do? So, oh, there's a bit of resistance there. Mate, this is it's quite interesting to try and do. So, right, okay, great. So, interesting. So, basic controls, just do basic controls here. The far right pedal is to basically drive. And if I want to press that off, we won't drive. And then to brake, you do the middle pedal. And then let's figure out what the left pedal does. Does it change gear? I don't know what that does. I'm not sure what the far left pedal does, but basically the right pedal at the bottom will help you drive, and then the middle pedal brakes, and basically you just drive, really. It's pretty good. The wheel feels pretty good. There's no resistance really to the driving, so it's interesting. Okay, so I got to beat these times. So it's on auto drive at the moment, so we don't need to change any pedals. I'm wondering if like the far left one changes what gear you're in. There's 4 different gears, but there is also that component where it's like the gear shifter in the game, which will change the gears for you. So maybe you need the accessory of the gear shifter to be able to change the gears. Right now we're doing a lot better than last time. So I need a brake here. It's telling me to brake. Now, okay, so when you go on the grass, you feel a bit of resistance in the gameplay as well. First impression, so far, pretty good. I can't wait to actually delve into the game once all the stuff is fully downloaded. Oh, okay, so the full game is still downloading. I'm wondering if we could actually connect this to Need for Speed. So basically all you have to do is put the USB connection in the front of the PlayStation 5, reconnect it, and it works straight away. So yes, we can get it to work with Need for Speed Unbound for anyone who wants to know. It's quite sensitive to the movement, so you got to be really careful to like how you're playing it. So hold X for nitrous, yep, and it works. So yeah, you can feel some vibrations on the controller when you're like off the road and stuff like that, if you're struggling. Once you get used to it, at first I wasn't getting used to it. Now I'm sort of used to the driving, so I'm driving in a straight line now. But it does definitely take you a second to sort of get used to the driving in a straight line, because it's so sensitive to the movements of the wheel. Really good. The wheel feels like really good quality and everything like that. And definitely the bottom steering pads, they feel really good quality too. So let me know guys if you want me to do a comparison between the Logitech G29 and the G239 and some Thrustmaster controllers, because I would love to do that for you guys if you would like to see it. The one thing I noticed is a bit of resistance when you want to do like a hard turn. So if I want to do like a real hard turn, there's a bit of resistance with that. So yeah, if you guys are ever having issues with connecting the controller to the game, just reconnect it via the USB cable, maybe to a different port, maybe the front port or the back port, and it will work. The hardest thing is like, when you lose control of the car, you get so much like wheel spin. Definitely like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, if you want to see some racing wheel comparisons for the PS5. Like and subscribe for that, and let me know what you want to see next. I'll see you guys next time.